Here in KBOI2 News, our mission is to give you, our viewers, access to our elected officials. Today, we've got exclusive interviews with Boise Mayor Dave Beater and Idaho Governor Butch Otter. Both are in Washington, D.C. Both are campaigning to bring the F-35 fighter to Boise. KBOI2's Scott Logan begins our team coverage this afternoon.
It's a unique mission. The Republican governor of the state and the Democratic mayor of the state's capital city together in Washington, D.C., lobbying for the placement of the F-35 fighter jet here at Gowen Field. At stake is nothing less than the future of the Idaho National Guard. Gowen Field is the perfect place to station a wing of the new F-35 fighter, say Governor Butch Otter and Boise Mayor Dave Beater. And they believe their meeting on Capitol Hill with top congressional and Air Force leaders who will make the final decision shows their strong bipartisan support for the F-35 mission in Idaho.
We like the message. The governor's Republican, I'm a Democrat. We don't agree on much, but we agree strongly on this project, and we think that's going to help our chances as well.
The mayor's here because he's going to show them that the community of Boise wants the F-35 at Gowen Field. I'm saying the entire state of Idaho wants the F-35.
The Defense Department is poised to retire the rugged A-10 attack aircraft, which has been a fixture at Gowen Field since the 1990s. Idaho's congressional delegation, as well as state and local leaders, fear that could mean the end of a flying mission for the Guard, the loss of hundreds of jobs, and a big hit to the $155 million Gowen Field pumps annually into the local economy. Gowen Field is among the 5 finalists for the F-35. Both Otter and Beater say the Boise base is in a strong position to win.
We have some of the best airspace in the country. We have a great community supportive of the Guard, high-achieving Guards, men and women, in facilities that could move right into the F-35.
You know, it's got a long history of providing the necessary training, the necessary environment to train up our warfighters, whether they're fighting in an aircraft or fighting right on the ground.
And with the training range just minutes away by air, the Idahoans are spreading the message in D.C. that the Air Force and the country could not go wrong by basing the F-35s in Boise.
We've got the personnel, we've got the attitude, we got the environment that they need.
So the F-35 is within Gowen's grasp. A final decision is expected in the next few months. Live at Gowen Field, Scott Logan, KBOI2 News.
Thanks, Scott. Now, not everyone is excited about the prospect of F-35s roaring in and out of Gowen Field. KBOI2's Brian Morin talked to neighbors on the bench near the airport who think the governor and the mayor aren't listening to their concerns about the noise.
That's right, Brent. It's well documented. The F-35 is a noisy airplane, noisier than any of the planes stationed here before. Now, for some neighbors, that should be enough to ground the idea to bring them here. The Central Bench, tree-lined streets, trees are budding and birds chirping. But that quiet could change. The F-35, the sound of freedom, or the sound of hearing damage and plummeting property values. If the F-35s come to Gowen Field, official data shows hundreds of homes could be classified as uninhabitable, with those jets taking off and landing nearby.
We know for sure, because it's been identified, 105 homes. The 419 are out there on the chart is being very probable. The excess, that the numbers I've seen closer to 900.
My main concerns about the F-35 jets coming to Boise is the hearing of children.
Robert McAndrew has lived on the second bench for years.
We oftentimes see the A-10s take off. They'll just make a big loop around and then they'll land again.
McAndrew says the A-10s were loud enough to rattle his windows. F-35s would be worse. He's not just concerned for himself, but for the safety of others.
I need assurances from Governor Otter and Mayor Beater that the ears of children on the bench will not be damaged by these jets. Owyhee Grade School is just about as close to the airport as you can get.
Citizens for a Livable Boise believes there are solutions, none of them easy.
It can't be in the present format. It cannot be in the airport we have now. It's either got to be on the third runway or we're going to have to consider moving to Mountain Home.
And of course, there is no third runway at this point. Marler points out there's a lot of development going on around the airport, especially to the south. It appears finding a solution that will make everyone happy could be getting even more difficult. Brian Moore in KBOI 2 News.
Gowen Field, one of 5 finalists up for the F-35s. Other Air Guard air stations include Montgomery, Alabama, Jacksonville, Florida, Detroit, Michigan, and Madison, Wisconsin. Our mission is to connect you to our lawmakers. We continue to bring you exclusive interviews with your lawmakers on topics that affect you. Make sure to follow us online and follow our social media accounts.